I've been editing YouTube videos for over 5 years now, and honestly, keyboard shortcuts is the quickest way to increase the speed of your edits. So I'm going to show you 10 of my favorites that will at least double your editing speed. And if you want more Final Cut Pro tutorials and tips, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, I'm going to start out with my most used keyboard shortcut, and that is Command B. And what this does is it lets you make instant cuts in your timeline. So as you can see, literally anywhere my red playhead is placed and I hit Command B, it's going to create a cut. And then I can just go from there and delete any of these clips that I don't want. Now there's a couple of tricks with this. Just using your red preview playhead, this will only cut your main timeline. So if I go to a spot here where there's B-roll on top of my main timeline, it's only going to cut my main timeline. However, if I want to cut my B-roll clip, you just have to make sure it's selected. So select, place your playhead wherever you want the cut and hit Command B, and that will cut it there. The same thing goes for multiple clips. So if I wanted to cut all these 3 clips at once, just select them all, hit Command B, you've made a cut through all of those clips. That's one of my absolute favorites. Now, all of these shortcuts and more are available in a free PDF cheat sheet. So you can download that in the description and just use it as a reference when you're actually editing your videos. Okay, the next one is a ripple cut. And I actually personally only learned this relatively recently, but if you go Option and then square bracket on left or right, it's going to cut a clip and instantly delete the other half of the clip. So let me show you. Let's use this clip here as an example. So if I make sure it's selected and then I go Option left square bracket, it's going to delete this side of the clip and only keep this side. Same thing goes if I use the right square bracket. So if I go Option right square bracket, it's going to delete this half of the clip. So that's even faster than using the Command B, because then you have to actually go and manually delete it. But using this trick, it's going to delete it for you instantly. Okay, next up is L. And basically what this does is sometimes I'm watching through an edit like this. Might be just, watching through to make sure that the edit looks good, but I don't want to sit through the entire video at just normal speed. So if I hit L, it's going to speed it up to double time. And often I'll be watching back my edits just to preview them in double time like this. It literally halves the amount of time it takes me to preview a video, which is amazing. You can go all the way up to 4 times if you hit L again. For me, that's a bit too fast. I can't really understand it. Maybe if you're a speed reader, you might be able to understand it, but usually 2 times is perfect for me. Okay, next is a shortcut that lets you retime really quickly. So sometimes, let's say for a clip like this, I might want it to speed it up. Now, obviously you can go through all the menus and find your retime options, but a much faster way to do it is just to make sure your playhead is off the clip, make sure it's selected, and then hit Shift B. This is going to bring up this little pop-up green bar above the clip. If you hit the drop down, you've got all these different options for retiming, and you can even go fully custom, set it to whatever rate you want. You can reverse the clip and everything like that. Super easy. Shift B. Now, the reason you want to keep the playhead off is because if you have the playhead over and hit Shift B, it's going to create these 2 separate sections in the clip where you can retime. Now this is really handy for speed ramping. What you can do is drag this part of the clip out. And what it's going to do is it's going to slow this part of the clip to 43%. And then this dark area is the transition part, where it slowly ramps up to normal speed. So if I play this back, as you can see, it slowly builds up back to normal speed here in the green section. So you can use that for speed ramping, and you get some really cool effects using that. Okay, next up is a custom shortcut. And if you're not aware, you can actually create custom shortcuts. This one is one of my personal favorites, and that is muting individual clips. So sometimes I'll want to mute a clip, and for me, I can just go Option S and bam, it just mutes the audio on that clip. Now you won't be able to do this by default in Final Cut Pro. So to set it up, just go up to Final Cut Pro, then go to Command Sets and go Customize. Now, if I change this back to default, this is what yours should be on if you've never changed the keyboard shortcuts. And then just type in this search bar volume. Now down the bottom here, you've got this set volume to silence. All you have to do is go Option S. Now it's going to give you a warning saying that this command is already set to solo. You can keep it on solo. You can make the keyboard shortcut whatever you want. For me, I never use solo, so it doesn't matter for me. So I just go reassign. Then it's going to say the command set is default, so you can't edit the default. So you have to create a copy. So just click make copy. Then you can call this whatever you like. So my shortcuts, hit OK. Just like that, you've got this preset here that is fully custom. And now when you go back to your timeline, you'll be able to hit Option S and it will instantly mute any clip. You can do this for any keyboard shortcut that you like. Creating custom commands is actually super powerful. All right, next is a quick one and it's V. So V just literally disables and enables any clip in your timeline. As long as it's selected, you can enable and disable them. Trust me, that will come in very handy. Okay, next up, let's say you want to apply an effect or a zoom or something like that to a whole bunch of clips at once. To do that, you can put them all inside a container clip, also known as a compound clip in Final Cut Pro. So just select the clips that you want to contain in this one large clip and then hit Option G. This is going to bring up your compound clip name. So I'm just going to name it intro, hit OK. Now, as you can see, all of these clips have been turned into a single clip. And from here, I can do whatever I want, just like a normal clip. So I could just add a zoom, for example, a slow zoom over the course of the clip, like so. If I play this back now, you can see that this zoom is being applied to every single clip in this compound clip. But whatever you want to use a compound clip for, Option G is the keyboard shortcut. Okay, next, sometimes you want to add a basic title so that you can customize it. To do that, just hit Control T. Just like that, it pops in a basic title right in your timeline. From here, you can go and customize it to whatever you want to say, and it's literally that easy. Again, that's just Control T. Okay, next is adding markers. Now, I actually use markers a lot. You can see in this timeline, I've got a marker for every single chapter in my video, plus some other key points that I wanted to highlight. If you want to do this, really easy to remember. It's just M for marker on your keyboard. So anywhere your playhead is, just hit M and it's going to drop in a marker like this. Now, the way these work is anywhere the playhead is, it's going to drop the marker on the top clip. But if you want it on the actual timeline or any other clip, just select that clip and then hit M. It's going to create the marker on that clip. Now, one of the cool things about markers is you can customize them as well. So if you right click on a marker, you can make it a to-do marker, which changes it to red. You can make it a completed marker, which changes it to green. Or you can change it to a chapter marker, which makes it orange. If you want, you can also hit modify and name it whatever you want. You can add notes in, which makes it super customizable. Okay, last but not least is a shortcut that lets you loop clips. Now for me, I personally use this a lot when I'm EQing my audio. So for example, I might have just a single clip like this that I'm just trying to hear the changes on the clip as I make the tweaks to the audio. It's really easy. If you want to loop it, just hit /. Just like that, it's going to play through. Once it reaches the end, it's just going to loop straight back to the start and keep playing it forever. So that's it. That's all of my favorite Final Cut Pro shortcuts. Again, if you want the free PDF to use as a reference while you're doing your own editing, feel free to download that by following the link in the description. I've got lots more Final Cut Pro tutorials coming, so don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, I've got a whole bunch of other Final Cut Pro tutorials already live, so you can check out this playlist right here.